Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So if you guys are wondering where I am right now on the dock, I'm actually at the gate of the Painch Reserve and we literally have such an early morning safari today. I've literally woken up at 5:30. I've got all ready right now and I'm wearing this hoodie and it's really cold you guys, but we're just entering the gate in about 10 minutes. And today, basically, my family's booked this full day safari, and that's why we're literally going to be in the forest for 12 hours. And I'm really excited, but we're also going to be the first people to enter the gate because no one's reached yet. And I hope we see a lot of animals. The first three safaris that we went to, we literally didn't see that many predators. Like, we saw a lot of herbivores. So I'm praying that I see my favorite leopard today. I hope we see wolves and tigers. I hope we see a lot of animals. So just pray for me, you guys, and pray that I see a lot of animals. And I'll keep you guys updated. So we were the first people to enter the safari gate literally for the first time because we're always so late. And when you book a full day safari, you get to enter the forest 15 minutes before the other jeep. So at 6:15 you get to enter it. So that's why the forest was so beautiful and dark. And honestly, you guys, as soon as we entered within the first 5 minutes, we saw the paw prints of a male tiger. And so our guide was looking out for the male tiger. And literally within seconds of entering the park and looking at a tiger's paw prints, while we were observing the paw prints from the right of the vehicle, we saw something moving up ahead. And literally right in front of the road was a huge female tigress, and her name is Langri, and she's one of the most famous tigresses of Painch. And she literally was moving on the road right in front of our car, and we were the first jeep inside the gate. So that was literally such a cool experience to see a tigress from so close. So Langri, the female tigress, was walking on the road and then she started walking towards the thickets of the forest. And while she was walking and she was literally urinating on the barks of all the trees nearby. And when we asked our naturalist and guide why is she doing that, he basically told us that female tigers, male tigers, all tigers mark their territory to other animals by urinating on the trees. And because it had rained the night earlier, basically her entire territory marking had like washed off. So she was literally walking throughout the forest wherever her territory is and urinating on all the trees again to re establish her territory and to show the other tigers and the tigresses where her territory began and where it ended, for them to know that this was her territory. And after seeing the tiger, we again went for another drive to search for more animals because Langri walked right into the forest and we couldn't see her anymore because she really disappeared right into the thickets of the deep forest. And now we were searching for more tigers and more leopards. And while we were on the road, we saw these two cute jackals literally in front of our road again. This park has so many jackals, you guys, and they're literally one of my favorite animals ever. And then as we were driving by, we saw this herd of spotted deer with a lot of langurs just sitting by the road and just chilling together. And we found this really cool because a lot of the herbivores in Painch National Park, like the spotted deer and langurs, they like to roam together so that if there's any predator, they can do alarm calls together and let each other know that there are animals nearby. And now this tree that I'm showing you guys is known as the ghost tree. There are a lot of ghost trees in Painch National Park, and it's this pale white colored tree and it just looks really cool. And now this tree that I'm showing you guys is not a ghost tree. I'm just showing it to you guys because I found it really cool because the roots were literally growing on a rock. So this is not a ghost tree, but I just found it really cool. And that's a female sambar deer just lurking in the woods. So after seeing the tigress Langri, we were honestly so excited because we wanted to see a few more tigers as well. And we really wanted to see a leopard since leopards are such shy and elusive animals. And this would honestly be a great opportunity to try and spot a leopard since we were in the forest from 6:15 a.m. to 5:45 p.m. So this would be the best opportunity to be spotting a leopard. So we just came to this place for the washroom break, and it was honestly like it started raining, so it was really difficult because like I didn't want to wear the raincoat, and that's why I was getting wet. But I hope we see leopards, you guys. We just saw like a big tiger crossing the road. So after eating breakfast at the breakfast point, which was like a fenced area in the middle of the forest where you're allowed to eat your breakfast, we head off again to search for a leopard. Now, as we were searching for leopards, we started hearing a lot of alarm calls from up ahead. And obviously, upon hearing alarm calls from spotted deer and langurs, we were quite sure that there would be a leopard or a tiger ahead. But as we drove closer, we were utterly surprised because there wasn't a leopard or a tiger, but on the road there was a pack of three wild dogs. Now, if you guys don't know, wild dogs are really, really rare to see since they're critically endangered or endangered, one of them. And since they were such a rare sight to see, the fact that we got to see them from so close, we got to see them running around, we got to literally see a whole pack of three wild dogs. I just found that really, really fascinating and amazing. That although there are literally about only 2,500 to 3,000 wild dogs left in the wild, in the world, in the whole world, there are that less wild dogs in the wild, that we literally still got to see such an amazing sighting of them. And these are two wild dogs just chilling, and there's another wild dog in the bushes nearby. So I just found it pretty cool that we got such a cool sighting of such rare animals. And as we were driving ahead from the wild dogs, we literally saw two jackals sitting on our road again. And this time, one jackal was sitting on the left side of the road, and another jackal was sitting on the right side of the road. And this is honestly so cool, you guys, because in our seven safaris in Painch National Park, we literally saw over 30 to 40 to not even kidding 50 jackals. Like, we saw jackals everywhere we went in this forest. Like, they were literally loaded with jackals, this forest. We even saw a couple of jackals that were like solitary, like one jackal in the middle of nowhere and like alone. And then we saw packs of jackals together, of like 4 to 5 jackals that were literally packs and used to hunt together. We didn't see any jackals hunting, obviously, but it was just really, really cool to see so many jackals everywhere, just like these two who were literally just chilling in front of the road. I found it really, really cool that this park had such amazing animals and such good numbers of the animals, like herds of spotted deer, packs of jackals, so many wild boars, so many sambar deer, so many literally peacocks everywhere. Everywhere you go, you're gonna see peacocks everywhere. Like literally, this park has so many peacocks. It's a beautiful park. And then finally, the two jackals got up, and we could see them from really close by. And they honestly were so cool, you guys. Like, I love jackals. But although we had seen a tigress, a pack of wild dogs, and a lot of jackals, our safari still wasn't over because it was still only like 11:30 a.m. and we had the rest of the day for our full day safari in the forest. So we were really excited, and we were like, we have a good amount of hours to try to search for another tiger or a leopard, and we were really excited.